I try to take the complex and make it simple, make it easy to understand, and recognizing that not everybody learns the same way, right? So yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one. I also find that you do also have to accept that not everyone is going to be able to take the information that you're providing them and actually understand it. And what we need to do there, I guess, as educators, as people who are providing instruction on things, is accept that not everyone is going to be able to understand it. Not everyone is going to be able to do the thing that you're asking them to do. And the best thing we can do at that point is say to them, that's okay. That's what we're here for. That's why we're here, so that you don't have to worry about it. You know, I can't do calculus, but you know calculus. If I was to drop a calculus thing in front of you, you'd go, blah, there it all is. And me, I'd look at it and go, they're squiggles on a page.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So it's important to make that connection and yeah, meet the learners where they're at and know you're going to have a variety of different different learning styles, and also like you said, people are going to be at different points of what they know. So it's important to know not everybody's going to be at the same place in their learning. So that's great. I love that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Great.
So do you find that as well, Jackie? Like when you're teaching people that sometimes it's like, okay, this isn't landing. I either need to find something else or we need to break it and go and do something else and then come back to it later on.
I do. I do find that sometimes, especially with the technology, students are at different levels, and so what I've learned over time with the curriculum when we go to develop it, because we develop a centralized type of curriculum at the university I help support, and so sometimes some of the subject matter experts, which are faculty usually, or curriculum developers, they'll say, "Well, let's put this in there," and I'm like, yeah, but we can't assume that all of them will know how to create a video or they'll know how to use AI, or we have to be able to just assume that they won't and meet them where they're at. So provide them what they need, and then they can ask the instructor questions if they need to, but let's at least give them as much as we can, so and make it digestible. And so yeah, that's an important part of it.
Yeah, yeah, I find that. I know when I try to sit down and do my tutorials, I'll actually start a tutorial and I'll get into it and I'll go, oh no, they won't have these spaces of understanding. I'm pulling from a whole heap of stuff that I've already got here. So then I'll break that video and I'll go back and I'll say, okay, let me break this down and write it out. And what do I need to do? What are the steps I need to get them to the point that they can actually do this one thing? And I try to break it down so that if they know the information, they can go, I don't need that, I don't need that, I don't need that. If they want to dive into the part that's like, this is how you do this specific thing, and they go, I don't understand, I don't have it. They've got resources they can go back to and say, I need to learn this specific thing. I think that works really well.
I think so too. Yeah, breaking it down into those chunks, I think, really helps, and that's what we call in instructional design is cognitive load. So knowing how the brain processes that information, and that we don't want to overwhelm the brain with too much, because then long term memory can only retain so much. So it's great that you recognize that and you're able to take your materials and create that so that they have it if they need it, and if they don't, then that's okay. They can move on from that, but at least it's there as a support if they need it. So I like that.
That,
That's great.
yeah, yeah. I've got to say that there are times that I'm going, yeah, this is fine, and then someone comes back to me and says, but how did you get there? I'm like, I never even considered that wouldn't be that was a thing that people didn't know, and that's a matter of you don't know what you don't know until people are asking you questions as well. And I think as part of my success is that I actually ask people, like I ask people for feedback. Sometimes it's brutal, sometimes it's just rude, but you've got to have that thick skin and go, they're giving me this feedback. Now, what can I take from it? What will help me improve what I'm doing so that I can help others?
Right. That's so important. Yes.